much for joining me. Kailash is supposed to be here in a moment. He and I were talking, and then Spirit got louder, so I had to stop talking and listen to Spirit for a moment. Okay, yesterday's video was titled Light at the End of the Tunnel. And I asked myself after I finished filming that video, I was like, Spirit, what did you mean by that? Like, I never really got where that fit into everything. And this morning when I was getting ready for the reading, I was getting nothing. It was like nothing. Nothing was coming through. Hello, Manya. How are you, sweetheart? I was just talking about when I was preparing for the reading, and I was thinking about yesterday's title, Light at the End of the Tunnel, and how it didn't really make sense. And as I was preparing for today's reading, I was very, very sleepy, like so tired. I did not feel like I could hold my eyes open. I really just wanted to go back to bed. I didn't really want to pay attention to what was happening. I wasn't feeling even doing a reading. So I began to ask Spirit for a song, and the song's in the description box if you want to check it out. It's called Freak on a Leash. And it dawned on me because I said, Spirit, show me what's going on around us, like in the heavens, what's going on above our heads. And I looked up what is going on above our heads. Let me go back and see if I can find what I saw. Okay. Today's the 20th. I did want to mention that we do have the Leo moon is coming up. Where did I see it at? Come on, Spirit. Don't let me look like a fool here. Oh, okay, here we go. Right now, the moon, it was in Taurus. Okay, it is in Taurus. It's still in Taurus. For some reason, it was showing Gemini. I don't know. Maybe it's about to change, or it did just change. I don't know. Anyway, the waning crescent moon in Taurus offers a poignant invitation to slow down and cultivate a deep sense of inner stillness. This phase, characterized by the earthly, nurturing energy of Taurus, encourages you to reflect on what truly nurtures your spirit. As the moon wands, envisions shedding layers of unneeded expectations and attachments, allowing the clarity of purpose to emerge from the shadows. In this quiet twilight, ask yourself, what aspects of your life feel ungrounded, and how can you reclaim the stability that supports your growth? Embrace the tactile, the sensual, and the real. Root yourself in the beauty of the simple and the profound strength found in letting go. As you engage with this celestial moment, take actionable steps to align with the grounded energy of Taurus. Create a ritual that honors what you wish to release. Perhaps write a list of burdens you've carried, then safely burn it, watching the ashes drift away like the weight lifted from your shoulders. Surround yourself with nature. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Inhale the scent of the soil and reconnect with the visceral elements of your existence. This phase isn't just an ending, it's a sacred space for clarity and direction, inviting you to envision the new beginnings that await beyond the darkness. Trust that in this stillness, clarity will rise, guiding you toward a more authentic expression of true self. Now, that is the Seven of Pentacles. That's represented by the Seven of Pentacles. Looking back over at your life and what you've been putting into life and what you've been getting out of it. And what parts of it are you carrying around with you that are just weighing you down, and it's time to let go of them. And so I began to look at what's coming, and that's when I realized we have today. It's time to withdraw. The moon is in opposition of Mercury. But what I wanted to really talk to you about is this moon right here. The sun is in Leo. The new moon starts Saturday in Leo. There's a new moon starting Saturday. So the sun and the moon will be in Leo next Saturday, okay? Happy birthday to all my Leos. So what I wanted you to see is what's going to happen during this new moon. Now listen to this. It explains why I was getting the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? The opportunities during this new moon are developing inner strength and expanding your creativity. The goal is to avoid drama and overcome your ego. Now, the new moon in Leo on July 24th is complex, to say the least. Usually gregarious, bold, and expressive, this particular lioness energy is challenged by the exact opposition of Pluto, goddess of the underworld. Call her Persephone, Kali, or even Hades. This dwarf planet packs the hardest punch of them all. It's a moon nothing short of transformational. Yet what is often forgotten is the process that occurs prior to the transformation, which is what we are going through right now. The messy part, the muck, the shadow, and the trauma that has been dealt with and waded through before the light is reached at the end of the tunnel. The tunnel might be a little long-winded, seeing as new moons tend to unfold over several months. Our task is Herculean, but not impossible. First, we have to own our light, our sovereignty, and our authenticity. Bold self-expression is a must. Facing jealousy, pushback, and power struggles seem to be part of the journey we take. If we don't reclaim our power, we end up projecting it. As Carl Jung said, what we do not make conscious emerges later as fate. How will we know when we've gone wrong? How do we know when we've failed to hold our power? When we've given away our sovereign control or allowed ourselves to be pulled into someone else's underworld, trauma, or shadow? We feel it. We feel it in the shrinking of our light, the dimming of our inner sun, the sense of insecurity that we know doesn't belong to us. We feel it as rage, as weakness, as our ego masking who we truly are to play a part that we aren't. The gods are on our side. Saturn and Neptune both trine this new moon, encouraging self-responsibility, discipline, and alignment with our truest truth, our inner mystic and artist, our healer and guru within. We all have access to these archetypes. We just have to believe. The sextile to Uranus reflects opportunities for wilder self-expression than ever before. We also hold the rebel archetype, the free spirit, and the change maker. Multiple chances for radical self-reliance unfold as we move closer towards the light. Sure of our own strength, accepting our own weaknesses, and unwilling to allow anyone to pull us down. When we bring home the parts of us that we've been rejecting for so long, the parts that we perhaps were afraid of, because with great power comes great responsibility, we integrate. We become whole. After all, the hero's journey is that of individuation as represented by the lion. And to fully become all that we are, we need to embrace both the darkness and the light. One cannot exist without the other. And this is represented by a man formally dressed stands near trophies he brought back from a hunting expedition. You really are going to shine, collective. But before you can do that, you have to come through this dark time. There's a shadow that you have to face. Either your own, or you may have entangled yourself within someone else's shadow. And Spirit is saying there is light at the end of this tunnel. But what we have to do is, first of all, we have to get through the darkness. And some of us may not want to face our shadow. We might want to sleep through it. Because all I wanted to do was sleep. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to do this reading. But this is probably one of the most important readings that I will do this year. We also have on 8/8 the Lion's Gate. And the Lion's Gate, as you know, is an opportunity to manifest your wildest dreams. Not very many people are able to achieve that though, because first you have to go through this shadow and you have to face it and you have to overcome it and you have to become your authentic self and stop playing a role that's not you. Stop being who you think people want you to be and be you. And that's not easy to do, is it? Especially when it's in some cultures, you're expected to behave a certain way. You're expected to do things a certain way. And not doing those things is betrayal. It feels like a lack of loyalty to your culture and to the people around you. But who is really losing out when you perform like a circus animal for other people? You are. You are. Because you can't be yourself if you're being what someone else expects you to be. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Alright, Spirit, give us a message, please. So, next Saturday, I will be doing the new moon in Leo reading. And I want you to start working on that now. I want you to start doing whatever you have to do to face this dark side. There's a dark side to each of us that has to be faced in order for us to overcome. And we need to start writing out our intentions and preparing to put those out to the universe during the new moon. New moons are times of setting intentions. And right now, because the moon is in Taurus, we're being encouraged to get grounded. Because you can't do shadow work if you're not grounded. You won't do it. You'll simply just skip over it. You'll sleep through it. Whether that's a physical sleeping or a metaphorical sleeping. Okay. Help me to articulate what I need to articulate, Spirit, the way you're showing it to me so that people will understand what you're saying to them. And I just submit myself to you to be used in any way possible for us so we can grasp what it is you're trying to accomplish in our lives. Because I feel that there are a lot of us who are about to go to the next level. We are about to shine like we have never shined before. And things that have weighed us down, we're going to finally let them go. Because we're going to realize that we were never meant to carry all 9 or 10 of those wands. They were just never meant for us to carry. And some of us are stuck in this power dynamic among relatives. There's a power dynamic going on among relatives. I see it in my own family. Whereas we should be working together, we're tearing each other apart. And it's because we all have shadow work we have to do. And until we do that shadow work, we're going to continue to play a part in that drama. But once you've done the shadow work, you'll withdraw yourself from it. If it means putting a limit on how often you are around those people because they're so unhealthy. and they hurt you. Being around them hurts you. The way that you're treated when you're around them and the way you treat them hurts. The backbiting, the gossiping, the lying, the manipulating, all of the things that we do to get what we want in this life, when Spirit will readily give it to us for the asking. But we have to be healthy enough to receive it. Because Spirit, and just like it said in that reading yesterday, is not going to give you responsibility that you're not ready to have, that you would use to hurt somebody. Okay. So, Spirit, we're going to start out with the virtue cards. And we've been getting those same virtue cards. And I've been wondering why. And, you know, go for it, Spirit. Go for it. Spirit said this is going to be about your faith. This is going to be about your faith. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Sharitha, how are you, sweetheart? Kailash is supposed to be here, but I'm not sure where he's at. Okay, you're going to be gentle, and you're going to persevere. You're not going to give up. So, you're going to have faith, gentleness, and perseverance. That's what I'm getting so far, collective. This is a live where I do a reading and then I answer questions for people at the end of the reading. Okay? Alright, let's pull some rocks and see what's going on. Why is gentleness here? May I see, please, why gentleness is here? Because of acceptance, being blessed, and your health. So somehow you need to be gentle because of some kind. Maybe this is your healing, your shadow work healing. You need to be gentle with yourself and accept those parts of yourself that you don't really like. And know that you're going to be blessed for doing so. That's what I feel we're getting from that. Alright, why is your faith showing up here? Because you're going to have courage. You're going to have wealth. Dream. And laugh. So your faith is going to give you courage. And somehow your dream is a factor when it comes to your faith. You may have dreams. You may have prophetic dreams. And wealth. You're going to have faith that you're going to have wealth. And somehow that you're going to be happy. You're going to laugh again. You're going to be happy again. Alright, why is perseverance here? People might laugh at your faith. And that's why you have to be courageous. Because you're going to trust. You're going to have passion, and hope. You're not going to give up because you're going to trust and have hope. And you are going to have this passion like you have never had before. And I feel this is this creative energy that's going to come out in you. And that's going to give you what you need to trust and hope and not give up. There's something that's about to really change in this collective for the better. Alright, show me what it is we need to see about ourselves, Spirit. What is it that this collective needs to see about ourselves? I'm going to use the Animal Spirit book and cards to find out. Well, that didn't work. Here we go. My throat keeps trying to close on these readings lately. The Wild Unknown Animal Spirit. Alright, Spirit, what is it about ourselves that we need to see? What is it that we need to see about ourselves? What would you show us about ourselves that maybe we can't see that we need to see about ourselves? The crocodile and the otter. What is it we need to see about ourselves, Spirit? What do we need to work on when it comes to our shadow self? And maybe show us some positive things about ourselves. Build us up before we tear those things down that need to be removed. Oh, look, the lamb came out, collective. The lamb came out upright. That's a gentle... Oh, and the tarantula. Okay, so let's see what Spirit's saying here. The lamb and the tarantula. The lamb is an earth sign. That could be this Tauran energy. Peaceful, prophetic, and patient. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its content can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, and receive. When in balance, you have a knowingness and an inner peace. So this is where you're going to get truth. Someone is going to gently give you the truth, and you need to listen, okay? Wow. Tarantula. At the crossroad, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose, or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. In balance, you're going to follow your intuition. So someone in your life, it could be the inner voice of your own higher self or the Holy Spirit, is going to tell you the truth about what it is that you need to do different. And you are going to have this inner knowing, this hovering, this feeling of you just can't shake this until you listen. Did you just see what Spirit just did? Like, I couldn't have made that up if I wanted to. Alright. So you're going to get a message from someone. It could be an old friend. It could be a stranger. It could be a child. But when you get this message, you're not going to be able to shake it until you actually listen and do what's being suggested. This person is going to be extremely wise, maybe even for their years. They could be a small child. Alright, Spirit, show us what exactly is happening in our home lives that we need to be working on. May I see, please? Let me get these cards out. We're going to do things a little differently today than we normally do. We're going to look at, it's called the Twin Flame Journey Shadow. This is shadow self. At home, Spirit, what shadow are we having to face? Now remember, it doesn't necessarily have to be your shadow. It could be someone else's, okay? What is the shadow that we're facing at home that we need to heed? We need to get still. We need to get in quietness. We need to get grounded so we can hear these messages. What is the shadow that we're having to face when it comes to our home life? May I see, please? At home, someone is unavailable. So somehow in your home life, there's someone who's unavailable. This could be me. I live alone, and I am very unavailable. Like, I don't put myself out there to be around people. And I sometimes probably should, because it's not healthy to spend all of my time alone. So for some of you, it could be someone else. They're there, but they're just not there. It's like they could be working all the time. They could be doing things to distract themselves so they don't have to talk to you or deal with you. They're unavailable to you. It could be someone who left home and they haven't come back because they're just not available. They could have died. They might be unavailable because they're no longer alive. And you have to face the shadow of the loss of this person no longer being there. Alright, how about work life? At work, somehow distant. Being distant. I know I work remotely, and sometimes that can, nobody's here to supervise. So I have to supervise myself. Or if you don't have a job, maybe you feel like work is too far away. Like you can't achieve work because it's inachievable. Or maybe you want to work somewhere far off. You might want to move to work. I don't know. But somehow distant is how your work, your shadow when it comes to work is being distant. And you're unavailable at home. Or someone is. Surprises. Somebody is one-sided and they project their shit. Pardon my language. But if they are a liar, they'll accuse you of being one. If they're a cheater, they'll accuse you of being one. If they're a manipulator, they'll accuse you of being one. And it's never their fault. It's always your fault. Or it's never your fault. It's always their fault. This person projects what their shadow is onto others, and they never take responsibility. Now, could that be you? I don't know. Ask yourself that. If it is, it's okay. It's okay to have these shadow aspects. We pick them up in childhood. They're coping skills we learn in childhood. But we're responsible for healing them as adults. Because having an adult run around with 3-year-old wounds is not a good thing. Where's Kailash? That's who's unavailable in the home. Let me find out. I wasn't ignoring him on purpose. I was trying to get ready for the reading. Maybe he thinks I'm not doing one. Alright, maybe now he'll know we're here. There you are, baby. We didn't know. Look, for home life, unavailable was there. I was like, that's Kailash. Let me go find out where he's at. I'm sorry I got busy preparing for the reading. All is well. You'll have to go back and watch the beginning. It's a very interesting reading. We're having to find that light at the end of the tunnel, and the darkness is the shadow work that we're having to do to get there. Alright, so at home, somebody is unavailable. Work is distant, somehow distant. I don't know what that means for work, or spirit could be working on you being distant, or someone else being distant. And our surprise is that we project and things are one-sided. So whatever we do wrong, we accuse others of doing it. Or whatever others do wrong, they accuse us of doing it. And they feel like it's never their fault. Have you ever known anybody that they are never wrong, that it's never their fault? That's the surprise you have. Alright. Love life. I'm scared to ask. Oh my goodness. You're disconnected in your love life and you're going through the motions. Yikes. Therein lies the problem. It looks like a lot of this is connected to your love life. Alright, what's your role that you need to heal? Your faith. You're guarded when it comes to your faith. Or not. It came out in reverse, and so did robotic. So you have disconnected and you're just not even going through the motions anymore. Like, you've stopped even going through the motions in your love life. You just disconnected. And your role is to stop being guarded when it comes to your faith or not having any faith. You might be pretending like you don't have faith in this because you don't want anybody to know. Spirit's saying stop that. Get real. Be yourself. Alright, what is our outcome? Okay, we got home, work, surprise, love, our role, outcome. What is our outcome? No more manipulating and no more embarrassment. So somebody got embarrassed. You're not going to be embarrassing yourself anymore. And you're going to stop being manipulative. Somebody was being manipulative and this was embarrassing. Wow. And then on the bottom of the deck, no more medicating, no more alcohol, no more drugs in excess. Okay? Alright. So, that's what's going on with shadow. I think that's plenty of shadow, don't you? I think so. Alright, I want to see how we feel about home life. Show me how we feel about our home life. In our heart of hearts. Look, family, y'all, look. Family came out. I don't want to go through this emotional storm in my family anymore. If you weren't here, you missed it. I was talking about how my own family has been really going through something. Alright, show me how you feel about your family. How do you feel? I mean, why did I say family? How do you feel about your home? That came off. Like you want to run. You want to get away from home. You want to run, ghost. You're unavailable. You may have ghosted your family. Disappear, now you're invisible. This could also be someone who passed away and now they are no longer there. Alright, what about work? How do you feel about work? This is what you're doing to distract yourself and you're feeling rejection at work. You feel like you're being rejected, like people are dismissing you. They don't want you. It's almost like you feel like you can't. You feel like you're sidetracked. You're in the wrong field, the wrong career. You're changing. Something's changing about your work. Or Spirit might be working on you being sidetracked and rejecting, or being rejected by someone who is at a distance from you. Alright. Surprises. How do you feel about your surprise? Surprisingly, you feel like this is a curse. Negative. Witchcraft. Why do you feel that way? Because of escaping, avoiding, blocking, and pushing someone away. So surprisingly, you feel cursed. And you want out. Alright, love life. How do you feel about that? You're longing for that. And you're disconnected and you're no longer even going through the motions. What are you longing for? Oh my God. I'm not believing this. You're longing for your twin flame and to stop bluffing when it comes to this past life love. Your role, you're stressed. You're feeling stressed. You're feeling that 8 and 9 of Swords energy. You're having arguments even. turbulence, tension. Alright, and what's your, oh wait, here's another card. Fantasy also. So this twin flame is your fantasy. You're tired of pretending like you're longing for this, but you're tired of pretending like you're not. Alright, and what's your outcome? Your outcome is that you're going to be a secret admirer. You're going to be shy, and you're going to suppress your feelings. Instead of healing, you're going to suppress. Where you've been shattered, broken, and destroyed, you're going to suppress it. You don't want to be hurt. Why do you not want to be broken? Because you don't want to be confused. What do you mean you're not confused about me? You're unsure. You want to have a new start. You want to have a try. You want to try over, go in a new direction. You don't want to go back to this same painful stuff again. You want to move on in a new direction. And someone is missing you, or you're missing someone, is what I'm getting. Alright. I'm going to put these away because you heard what was said. This is going to be a very short reading. Just to kind of give you an idea of what you need to work on. Because between now and the new moon that's coming in Leo, this is your opportunity to do the healing so that you can manifest whatever it is you want to manifest during the 8/8 gate. But you have to do the work, okay? It's your responsibility to do the work. If you don't do the work, you probably will not manifest much of anything except more of the same. Alright, at home, what do we need to surrender? We need to surrender to play, having fun, goofing off. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So get out and go play. Go swimming. Go ride your bike. Go for a walk. Go for a hike. Go to the place that you shoot pool or play video games or whatever you do. Alright, what about at work? At work, you need to stop worrying. You need to stop worrying and stop thinking the outdated things of yourself. They're no longer true. There are things about you that are no longer true. Maybe you made some mistakes at work in the past, but they're not true anymore. Stop worrying and stop thinking about those things from the past. Surprises. Surprisingly, we need to surrender unhealthy relationships, collective. Alright, what about love life? Whoa, that flew out. You just need to surrender to the magic of who you are in your love life. I think because you do have this twin flame relationship, or you think you do, and I think you probably do, most of you that are thinking you do. You know you're different. You're special. You're very magical. That's a very magical connection to have. You're also very beautiful. Arrow. Those are determined to come out. Do you see that? Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop being a people pleaser. And surrender to your soul's path. Okay, Spirit? And the outcome? Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. And surrender to prayer. So Spirit wants to talk to you. And Spirit wants you to listen. So have a conversation with Spirit and then meditate and listen for the answers. Okay? And on the bottom of the deck, some of us don't know how to allow others to show us love and support. And we need love and support from others, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, let's see how we can, some practical ways that we can not F ourselves in our home, work, and so forth. Home life, how do we not F? When it comes to this past life connection, this could be someone from your past that you This person might not be available to you. Someone with a heavy influence from a past life is with you. But they're unavailable, is what it's saying. And you have to surrender to play. Just play, have fun. Maybe flirt. I don't know. Alright, what about work? Love your journey. Love your journey at work. Alright, what about surprises? See the beauty in the world. Learn to find the beauty in everything. See the beauty for all of its aspects. Love life. In your love life, you're going to open up. You're being asked to open your heart to another. Let down your walls and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. And we see you're gonna trust here. And there's a lot of passion. You're not gonna give up on something because of all the passion you have. And you're gonna trust and hope. And also escape materialism. In your love life, escape materialism. Shift your focus away from material and develop a healthy inner world. So some of you may have been in relationships with people just for the stability. And your home, you need to stop worrying so much about working at the house. Some of you are continuously doing way too much housework. Or maybe you are constantly wanting to have new things for your home and you're spending money on your home. And Spirit's saying, work on yourself and stop worrying about your home. Your home is fine. Alright, what is our role here? You might need to take... Oh my God, Spirit ain't no joke, y'all. Look what came out for our role. Am I lying? Have I been lying to you during this reading? Spirit. And the outcome. The outcome is that you're going to have prayer and meditation to show you the way out of this tunnel and into the light. Because you cannot get to the light without going through the darkness. They have to coexist. Face your shadow, collective. Face your shadow. And don't do a 30-day challenge and clear your energy. Clear your energy. No 30-day challenges. Alright, now let's see if we can find out what might be blocking us. What might be some blocks at home? What are the blocks at home? At home, you need to stop neglecting yourself. You're not taking care of other people. I mean, you are. That's all you ever do is take care of everyone else. And somehow someone's unavailable. Stop neglecting yourself at home. Alright, what about work? At work, you're burned out and you're not needing. So Spirit says, some of you are burned out and some of you do not need to keep burning yourself out. Stop burning yourself out. Whatever you're doing at work, or maybe you're just burned out in life in general. Alright, surprises. Surprises is fear. You have fear of cheating. Whether that be sexual cheating or somebody cheating you, like just taking advantage of you. You fear, surprisingly, that someone is cheating. Alright, what about your love life? In your love life, you're rushing and being rejected. You can't hurry love. The right one will come in perfect divine timing. And build your confidence by dating a lot of people and find out what people like about you. Maybe you need to stop rushing and rejecting everybody that comes along because you want this one person. Alright, what's our role here? Our role here, oh my God, is to not be committed because of age issues. So somehow age is a factor. And there will be no commitment because of it. That's your role. You're always chasing. And you're either chasing or being chased. And you must be willing to commit to one person. And you feel too old or young to date or have issues with your partner's age. Alright, and what's the outcome? You're going to get breadcrumbs. The outcome is getting breadcrumbs. Damn. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you. And some of us are telling untrue stories. You tell yourself bad things. Change your stories and see the good that can happen. Collective. Collective. We got some work to do, y'all. Spirit ain't no joke talking about what is our role. Shadow work. Wow. That just blew my mind. Spirit always blows my mind. This is why I didn't want to do this reading. Do you not see how profound this is and different? This isn't my typical reading. I like it though. I like it, Spirit. Thank you. Alright. I'm just trying to put these away so we can do Q&A. We're getting ready to do Q&A. We're going to get some, we're going to pull a little tarot on this real quick like, and then we're going to get guidance and close. Because really the guidance is all throughout the reading has been full of guidance if you were paying attention, right? Alright. Let's just go ahead and let me remind you though. At home someone is distant. Why did I say that? At home someone is unavailable. At work something is distant. Maybe you're going to have work in the distance. Or maybe you're at a distance from where you work and you have to travel back and forth. Or you might work from home. Surprisingly, someone is saying I never did anything wrong. It was always you, and they're projecting things onto you. You're not going through the motions. You're disconnected in your love life. And Spirit is saying, stop guarding and pretending like you don't have any faith. Because you actually do have faith. Faith was the first card out. Spirit wants you to have courage, dream, laugh, and wealth. Maybe you're afraid people will laugh at you for your faith if they think you believe what you believe. The hell with what people think. Who gives a damn what they think? And your outcome is going to be to stop manipulating or being manipulated and being embarrassed. And to stop medicating. So you could have taken some medicine and you did something that was manipulative and an embarrassment. Yeah. Okay. Okay then. That's what's up. Alright, let's see what's going on with our money. What is going on with our money? What would your higher self say to you about your home life? Higher self, what would your higher self say to you about home? You are the one and only one. So at home you put yourself first. So your higher self would say, you are the one and only one. Alright. What would your higher self say about work? In the very near future, something's going to happen when it comes to work. Alright. Surprises. What would your higher self say about your surprises? Whoa. I've been in my head about you constantly, and I want this so badly, but I'm afraid of getting hurt, so I self-sabotage. So your higher self would say, you're always in your head about this. This is what you want. You want it so badly, but you're afraid of getting hurt. And I don't know what's happened between us. If you're confused, I'm confused too. You're confusing your higher self, I think. This is somebody who has a lot of fear in their thoughts. And I think that's where they blame, somebody might be blaming you. Alright, love life. What would your higher self say about, ooh, your higher self has a lot to say about that. Big happy changes are coming when you least expect it. I'm going to come sweep you away. And please accept my apology so we can move past this. So your higher self is saying that you have a surprise, big happy changes. Somebody's going to come sweep you away. And they're going to apologize. Or you are. Damn. Alright, what's your role here? What would your higher self say is your role here? Your role here is to say no. The damage has already been done and I don't know how to pick up the pieces. Alright, and what will be the outcome? The outcome will be, oh my goodness, I love the way you make me feel, but I can't give you the same in return. And I'm staying away from you because the last thing I want to do is hurt you. So there's somebody that's going to say no because the damage is done. And I think this is that other relationship where somebody is unavailable. I don't know. It looked like you were living with someone you weren't happy with, or this could be a family member. But there's big happy changes coming in your love life. Maybe you're unhappy in your love life right now. And I'm staying away because the last thing I want to do is hurt you. So you're going to stay away from somebody. It might be this person you have age issues with. Like, they could be way too young for you, and you know that. Like, this is like being with your son or your daughter. And it may even be so young that it's illegal. Alright, now, let's look at how things are going with our money. Wow, our money is all over the place, y'all. That's not even a coincidence, I don't think. We might need to get our money back together again. Alright, what's going on with the collective's money, Spirit? What do we need to know about our money? There's something legal and there's recognition. What's going on with the collective's money, Spirit? Retail and recognition. So for some of us, there's something legal. For some of us, we're recognizing we might spend a little too much online or buying things in stores. What else? There's a teacher. Somebody's recognizing a teacher. Maybe you're recognizing... Remember at the beginning of the reading, it said that you were going to get a message from somebody, and it could be an old friend, a small child, or a stranger, or anybody. But you have to listen. You have to be still and quiet and listen. And take this person's guidance. Alright, talk to me, Spirit, when it comes to this collective's money. What's been holding us back in this collective financially? What's the hold back? Oh. The hold up is that you need to have a new beginning that'll bring you luck. You're about to have a new beginning that's going to bring you luck. The only thing holding you back is that new beginning, and you're going to have luck. Alright. What do we need to do to overcome that and have that new beginning that's lucky? Your soul tribe is here. Your transportation is here. And no celebrating is here. So maybe party a little too much. Your soul tribe is going to be... Your soul tribe and transportation are going to be instrumental. But you're not going to celebrate. Alright, and what will be the outcome if we take this? Somehow there's angelic help when it comes to beauty. But it came out in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Because of you settling. Why are you settling? Because caution, there's a surprise. Clarify the surprise that you need to be careful about. Something legal when it comes to being a workaholic. Caution. You're going to be surprised by something legal about a workaholic. And this is you settling when you could be getting angelic help for your beauty. What would happen if you would stop settling? You would be in solitude, but you would be persistent. And see, you're persevering here. So you don't want to be alone. Somebody's not beautiful, and even angelic help won't help them. And you're settling for this person. It's like this person's ugly, and you're settling for them. And there's not going to be any angelic help. I don't know what this is about this person. It might be the inside of them that's ugly. But you're going to be surprised and need to be cautious because of something legal and being a workaholic. But if you'll stop settling, you'll be alone, but you'll be persistent. What's the surprise? I don't typically ask, but you're not planning what? You're not planning it either. Somebody's going to make an investment because of not being inspired. So somebody's not inspired to make an investment. Why are they not inspired to make an investment? Because of taking a risk when it comes to juggling. Outcome of their risk. The underworld, a student, a windfall, and having options. Your options, windfall, and student are in reverse. Why is it all in reverse? Because you're not recognizing a teacher. What would happen if they would recognize the teacher? You would realize how unhappy you are because of not talking to somebody. What do they need to talk about? Growth and not fighting anymore. And you're undecided about something. I think that's as far as I'm going to take it. Just know that there's something there you need to be careful about, caution. And what's holding you back is that you need to be lucky and have a new beginning. There's a lot of complication up here. If they kept it simple, how would their luck turn out? Oh, look. It would turn out your spirituality. You're focusing on everything but your shadow work. That's what's going on over here. Outcome of spirituality. There it is. There it is. There's a student, a teacher, and a windfall. And taking a risk. Why is your windfall in reverse? Because of being a laborer, not promoting, and not making peace. And a counselor in reverse, and a risk. Why are you not promoting and making peace? Because you need to make an investment. You're not planning. Somebody's going to make an investment. Somebody's going to make an investment that's going to bring you a windfall. It just hasn't happened yet. And it's between somebody who's a student and a teacher. I think they're going to teach you how to manifest your wildest dreams. And I think that it's part of doing this work right here. Alright, Spirit. Home life, how are you working? The Queen of Cups came out. So at home, there's a woman who has a lot of love. She might be the one who's unavailable. Alright, what about work? At work, Capricorn, the devil, look, you're working your ass off. You're trying so hard, or take it as it resonates. This can be overindulging. Maybe you don't work because you drank too much, drug too much. Surprises. You're either working your ass off or you're getting effed up. Your surprise is the Lovers. My God, collective. We have Capricorn here, we have Gemini here, and we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. So you're going to have a lover as your surprise or choice. It's going to be a choice of something you love. Alright, what about your love life? In your love life, you don't know, but you're going to set priorities. You're unsure. You're making a difficult decision and you're setting your priorities on your money. Outcome of your love life. The King of Wands came out. So you're going to be that Leo vibe. You're going to shine. I think you're going to walk away from whatever's going on in your love life. And you may take a new job. You're going where the money is. Alright. Your role is the Ace of Swords. Clarity. And what will be the outcome? The Nine of Pentacles. You're going to be independent. You're going to be single, stand on your own 2 feet. You remember I said you'd be alone, but you would not give up? And look, it's leading to the King of Pentacles. You're passionate. How passionate you are about following after that money here and making that difficult decision in your love life. You had to make a difficult decision, it looks like, to walk away from somebody, maybe because of age issues. And now you're very passionate again. And the truth is coming out. Your role is the truth. Clarify what the truth is. The truth is victory. Public recognition. Wow. And you're going to be independent and single. And look, you're not going to carry that burden anymore. You're letting that shadow work go. Anything that's holding you back, you're releasing it right now. You're getting yourself grounded. And you are really working on this. Why is the Queen of Cups at home? Because of the Five of Cups. Remember I said somebody was unavailable? This person had a loss. They could have lost someone they love. And now that person's unavailable. There's a wheel coming too. What's the wheel bringing? Self-doubt? Why are you going to have self-doubt? Huh. Because in order for you to be happy, you have to let go of everything that's holding you back. There's a wheel that's coming that's going to show you can be happy. But the only way to be happy is to let go of all the stuff that's holding you back and be patient to succeed. There's no fast track to success. But what you're going to do is slowly move towards having it all. You will have it all. You're going to have happiness. You're going to have a wheel that's going to help you realize how fearful you are. Because you've had such a hard time in life. Your life has been heavy. It's drained you. It's defeated you. And you have to start over. And you're going to start over as a Knight of Pentacles. And they're slow moving. And they don't make a lot. But when they finally get where they're going, they have it all. So be patient with yourself. Be patient, okay? You're going to get there. What are you choosing as your surprise? Oh my God. Look, you're going to have a new opportunity. There's your Ace of Pentacles. You're going to be fine. And look, you're going to take a risk. The Fool is here. You're about to embark on a brand new journey in life, collective. You're letting go of some things that have really held you back. And you're fixing to soar. When you finally realize that you desire this happiness and that you know you can have this by letting go of what's been draining you and defeating you and start over again, regroup, strategize, come up with a new strategy. Find that teacher that can teach you how to get that windfall and stop being so afraid. You're standing in your own way. Get out of your own way, collective. Get out of your own way. Alright. Let's get one more thing and then we'll go to Q&A if we have any. Alright. May I have guidance, please? What would you give us for guidance? Not a lot of likes on this video. I guess it wasn't a feel-good message. But they're not always going to be. I'm going to read this upright. It could have come out in reverse for some of you. I don't know. 29 and 30. Oh my goodness. Got a progression going here. The Phoenix. The Phoenix appears as your ally to accelerate your journey and to ensure your ultimate success. This is true even if it appears that you've just passed through a metaphysical experience of death and are currently enduring a perception of failure in your life. Death and rebirth are related. When you enter the realm of the Phoenix, seeing in this light, nothing truly dies, but rather changes. So you've been through this dark night of the soul, from one ending directly into a new beginning. The Phoenix is constantly reinventing itself and rises up whole and new, and even more powerful with every death it experiences. This could signal an end of a relationship, of a dynamic within one, or a job, a project, or even a life. Perhaps no failure is involved, but it's time for a complete overhaul of your circumstances. You may be tired of what you're doing, or you may know intuitively that it's time to move on and try something new. Whatever the case, a death of the old and a celebration of new are called for. Whatever you do now will indeed be a successful endeavor, for rebirth is imminent. Now, if it came out in reverse, what the Phoenix challenges you, it's really just a gentle reminder to let go and let what doesn't work fall away. Maybe you're not allowing things to change because you're more comfortable with the familiar, even if you know that's not what's best for you. You could create for, it's not what's best for you. It's not the best you could create for yourself. Damn it. Fear of change is a crippling experience as it works against nature itself. The task at hand is to allow for an ending. It's timely and it's right, and you do so for the highest good of all. In surrendering to the fundamental purposeful change, you will most definitely find yourself in better circumstances. The action needed is allowing a rebirth is assured. And I think for most of you, this did come out in reverse. It was sideways. Number 30, the Chess Queen in reverse. When the Chess Queen arrives to challenge you, it simply means that you're living too much in your head, planning, scheming, and strategizing what your future will look like and how and when it will unfold. Remember the saying, man plans and God laughs. Remember laughing at your faith? You got courage when it comes to wealth and a dream, and somebody's laughing. That could be God laughing at your plans. You cannot know the power and beauty that is meant for you until you let go and ask for divine guidance. The laws of cause and effect apply here. Don't dictate what you want, as your wants may be not in your highest good. ask instead for the miracles set aside for you and you alone. What does Spirit want for you? Perhaps it's time to let go and turn your life over to the care of a higher power. You can never lose when Spirit plays the game of life on your behalf. And for some of us, that's hard. And that's why faith was the first card out. Because this is going to take an incredible amount of faith for you to pull this off, is what I'm feeling. Alright, may I have 10, Taurus, Neptune, Y, H, T as in Tony, C as in Christie, S as in Snow, Y, and P. S, C, Aries, North Node, A, I, K, number 9, C, and T. So we have 2 C's. We have CAC. I think I got them all. We got Cancer. We got North Node, EIGWP. I'm sorry, FFN, number 12. I'm going to go one more time and that's going to be it. Taurus, I, Neptune, TPP, CNT2. Your dream ended up down here somehow. Alright. I'm getting ready to take a quick break and then I'll come back. And I also wanted to mention to you, yesterday, remember I couldn't find my crystals? I found them. They're over here beside my singing bowl. But the only one I have the crown chakra, the third eye, the heart, and the solar plexus. The throat chakra, the sacral chakra, and the base chakra are missing. The stones for those 3 are missing. And if you've been around this channel for any length of time, Spirit will hide some of those to let us know where we have blockages. So right now there's some blockages in your sacral area, your throat, and your base. What you get your stability from, your sex and your creativity from, and where you have the ability to speak out and to listen. Those are the ones that are missing. And there's blockages there. And until they are cleared, those stones will remain lost. And I looked all behind there thinking that maybe they fell off the table, but they're gone. And this is not the first time it's happened. I had them on the table one time and the whole collective saw them disappear. I didn't hide them. I don't have any reason to lie. They were there one day and gone the next, and I didn't do it. You would not believe some of the stuff that's happened in this collective. These cards right here, one day got wet. I woke up and there was a puddle of water beside my bed that was about that deep. It got my socks about halfway up my socks. I had ankle socks. And it was just around like a bubble. When I stepped off the bed to use the bathroom, I stepped in it. I mopped it up, went back to bed, got my clean clothes on, went back to bed. Got up the next morning to do my reading. The table was completely dry. And at that time, I had one deck on one side and one on the other. And both of these decks were soaking wet. And they were nowhere near that water. And they've dried out. That's why they look like they do. Because these cards were destroyed. And they dried out and they've repaired themselves. There's so many. It's all in the videos. If you want to go back and watch some of them. Okay, what trinkets would go perfect with this? I was trying to show Kailash one last night where I had channeled 2 people. A key. There's a key. There's a pendulum and an archway. An infinity sign that says love. There's a heart with a lock on it. You ain't getting in that heart without the key. Somebody plays guitar. I have dream, hope, trust, love. I have a Pegasus. 2 Pegasus? Right side by side. I have an arrow that says love. Oh my God, there's the key to that heart. Oh my goodness. Can't hold on to it, but there it is. Look, there's a bird. Somebody has a bird. I have a bird. There's a little girl. Somebody could have a daughter. You could be someone's daughter. And there's a palm tree. Maybe we're going to all go somewhere tropical. Wouldn't that be nice? I would love to go somewhere tropical. Okay. I have a piece of smoky quartz. There's an angel, a piece of black tourmaline, a screw. I don't know what you're doing with that. A leaf, a prick or a cactus, a skeleton hand, and a huge skeleton key. Oh, and here's another one of my little fortune cookies. Boy, this one's worn out. Let the spirit of adventure set the tone. So start clearing those chakras, because I'm telling you, until they get cleared, your stones are missing. You got 3 chakras that need to be. Your heart. Your heart is there. I'm not your heart. Your throat. Your solar plexus. No, why am I saying the wrong ones? Your throat. Your sacral chakra and your base chakra. Your root chakra. Okay. Okay. All right. So if you have, Kailash, were there any questions? It looks like you have them numbered. Is that why they're numbered, for people that want questions? Okay. All right. So I'll be back in just a moment. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it when you have time to like the video and also to share it with your friends. So take a moment, if you will, and share it if you're not opposed, or if you're able. I know some of you are not able to share these videos except on YouTube. Share it on YouTube. I don't care. I'll be right back. That was a pretty cool video. I like that. I like this new style spirit. Let's keep this up. Right, Anna? do these readings? Are you going to behave yourself while Mama does these readings? I'm back. And I have Cosmo with me. He decided he wanted to come say hello. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah. Come on, get up here with me. Get on my shoulder. Good boy. Good boy. Get up there. Get up there. Okay. Alright, so first we have Naoma. Post your question. Pneumonia? I can't pronounce that name. I'm sorry. I can't even see it. Somebody post one. Can y'all post? There we go. There you go. There you go, baby. Let's put these rocks away. Come on. While we wait for this person to post. Uh-oh. Did you see that? That deck of cards fell over. Yeah, Cosmo is back. Alright, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Since they missed their question, I want to pull something else. So here, when we get on the other side and we get to this new moon in Leo and we shine, show us what we need to know. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. We're going to reflect. We're going to have manifestation and we're going to untwist. Reflect. Page 30. Reflect. Reflect in a pond which reveals many angles of whispering splash. As within, so without. Shifts happen within us on mental, emotional, and physical levels. These can be subtle or major shifts that mirror external changes in our environment. Just like the outer environment corresponds to our inner landscape, we reflect our surroundings from our homes to the furthest stars in the cosmos. We are all connected and mirroring what is around us. Moments of reflection show us our intricate nature and allow us to hear the quietude of our existence. And then manifestation. Here's untwist right here. It's page 50. Manifestation, page 37. So 37 and then 50. Manifested thoughts are seeds from which all is born. Prima materia, or soul source, inherently exists as light with the ability to think and reflect upon itself, which brings infinite possibilities. The early stage of this manifestation process is shown through the viscera Pisces symbol of two interlocking circles. The first circle represents the self. The second circle represents the reflection of self and the shared area in between in the infinite potential of creation. The metaphoric process is shown through the seed of life symbol, comprised of seven interlocking circles. Seeing a thought come to fruition each day is a simple way to express your soul's divine creative spark. You are the dreamer and creator of all that is. And then untwist, which is 50. You are limitless. Untwist and recode in alignment with your divine self. Breath and sound and movement and intention and profound healing effects within the mind and body. Remember to let certain conditional patterns gently release in order to let new wonders come into your life. By repatterning DNA in a deep conscious method of healing ancestral wounds and conditioned patterns encoded in your body, you always have the potential to grow into the best self within the physical, mental, and emotional spectrum. Conscious and intelligent healing through meditation and alchemy, paired with dynamic breath work and movement like yoga, martial arts, and dance practices, are enjoyable ways to break through perceived barriers. How are you approaching internal and external barriers? Be curious about what lights you up. I think that was pretty perfect for the reading we just had. Alright, who's next? What is this here? Okay, we have a Rushi. Did you paste the Rushi? I'm getting a slight headache and neck ache. Someone could be having something with their neck causing headaches. This could be pure stress. Any guidance coming up for me? Thank you, Christie. Okay. Guidance for Arushi Spirit. What guidance do you have for Arushi? Spirit wants to give you guidance from the dragonflies, I think. Oh no, hummingbird. Alright. Oop. This is the hummingbird deck. It's wisdom from hummingbird. And I'm going to give you a message. Message from the hummingbirds for Arushi. Here it said to shuffle them once. Message for Arushi Spirit. I'm seeing another deck of cards for you also. It says, you are on the right path. Call on Sawar Oriente for courage, confidence, and protection. Sawar Oriente. That's the name of this hummingbird. You are on the right path. Call on Swar Oriente for courage, confidence, and protection. And Spirit is singing sweet words of wisdom. Be still and listen. Wow. Listen to the call, Arushi. Listen to the call. You're on the right path, and you need to call on Sawar Oriente for courage, confidence, and protection. And Spirit is singing sweet words of wisdom. Be still and listen. You're going to hear this somehow. It's going to come through music and also by just being still. But you're definitely going to get this through music. The color blue and the color purple are standing out to me. Somehow mushrooms also. And there's a rabbit here. This could be about fertility. I see a baby. I see a baby hummingbird over here. And over here there's a rabbit. So, and there's also more baby hummingbirds. I don't know what that means. There could be a child born in your family soon. Alright, I'm seeing another deck of cards for you. Hold on. What's the rest of the message you want to give to Orochi Spirit? May I see, please? Whoa. These are big cards. They're hard to shuffle. Whoa. I'm not taking those. Can I have a good, strong answer, please? Spirit's trying to give you a lot of guidance here. Guidance for Orochi. If you give them to me again, I'll take them. I would like for one to come out. I'm going to take it. Rise above it. It's not yours to carry. You are an empath. How can you detach from the drama? Orochi, there's someone that you need to detach from drama with. This person could look like you, or maybe even try to look like you. Number 37. And then on the bottom of the deck, I have rest, renew, and recharge. What does your body crave and need right now? Number 43. Okay? That's your message. You're welcome, baby. Kailash, what happened to your wrench? Oh, I see it now. I see it. I'm so blind. I'm blind as a bat. I think Sharisha is posting her question now. I don't think I've ever pronounced her name correctly, but I try. Oh, Sharisha. I am continuously seeing 111. Kailash. That's too funny. Okay. Inside joke. I am unable to forget Samir. I know, right? Yeah. Kaylash and I were talking, and it was 11:11, and I put it's 11:11, so that's why we're laughing. Unable to forget Samir since he is married now. Holy shit! He always kept my messages, but never replied. You want to know what the spirit wants to tell you? Okay. I want to know too. I didn't realize he had gotten married. I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, if he's happy, then I'm happy he's happy, but I'm sorry for you because that's definitely... Alright, I want to know how... Show me how Samir feels about his wife. Let's see. How does Samir feel about his wife? Like, he didn't realize the possibilities. How does Samir feel about his wife? Bitter. He's realizing he's bitter. Show me how Samir feels about his wife. Whoa. Abandoned came out. It looks like he feels like he's gonna either be abandoned or abandon her. It's just not quite time. Damn. Show me how Samir feels about Teresa. How does Samir feel about Teresa? Farewell, it's not time. How does he feel about Teresa? Yeah, see, please. He's having an epiphany. What is he realizing? That he was chasing thrills and wasn't tired. Like he was not tired of chasing thrills. Use your intuition, Spirit says. Spirit, is this a happy marriage that Samir's in? Teresa? No. Don't stop. No. And there are going to be big happy changes. Somebody's going to get abandoned. Do the big happy changes involve Teresa? No. Ask for help from others. Do they involve the wife? Recovery a year from now. And success. So somehow the wife is going to have recovery a year from now and have success. These big happy changes are about the wife. Okay, I'm going to put them all back in. Will there be big happy changes for Samir and his wife together? Will they have big happy changes? Ask for help from others. It's not the right time. So she's going to have some happy changes a year from now. And success. Is this marriage going to last? Spirit said trust, success, not the right time. What is going to be the outcome of this marriage? Because I see abandonment here. What's going to be the outcome of the marriage? The Chariot came out. And the World on the bottom of the deck. So it's almost like the Chariot, this is Taurus. It's almost like they're going to persevere. That's this perseverance we saw over here. By sheer willpower. And what will be the outcome of that? That's a major arcana. There's going to be this clarity that comes out of that. And what's the clarity? That somebody wants some fast action, some movement real fast. Look, the Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Why do they want to have the Eight of Wands? Because they didn't learn their lesson. What are they not learning? It has to do with wish fulfillment and not being with this Empress right here. And the truth about that coming in real fast. So it looks like you might get communication that will tell you something. Let's find out what. What's this communication about? What's the communication? Why did I get this deck out? Alright, just give me an answer. This isn't the right deck, but whatever you want to tell us, tell us. On a rainy day, maybe in the last 3 months, and it was also on a stormy day. In the last 3 months when it was storming and raining in April, not on Tuesday. I don't know why Spirit's giving us timing like that. It don't make sense to me, and I grabbed the wrong deck. But nothing happens by accident, so just take that with a grain of salt and keep it in the back of your mind. You might already know what it means because it sounded like some of it had already happened. Maybe it has something to do with what I am looking for and I'm having trouble finding. There they are. This communication. What's this communication? What would this communication be? If he could say anything, what would he say? May I see, please? I want to be different, and I can't stop thinking about you. What do you want to be different? I can't let go of you. So what are you going to do? Sex with you in reverse. And I can't handle your love in reverse. What would you say to your wife? I can't make you happy. There's no passion. And I want out. I can't make this up. And I wish I could be fully honest with you. But they can't. He's saying I'm not able to be fully honest with you. So this marriage is not, I would say, doing all that great. And it looks like this person that he's married to is going to have something that's going to bring big happy changes for them. I don't think they're happy at all. Now, let's look at one more thing. I know it's Mercury retrograde. Is there anyone new coming towards Teresa that has their eye on her and would like to be with her in a relationship? It looks like, are you a Leo or one of the fire elements? Are you an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius? There's a Queen of Wands that keeps showing up, but they're working on money. Is there anybody that wants to come towards Teresa? The Lovers came out in reverse. Gemini's here. Just this person that's just it's only this person that you've lost or someone. Clarify the loss. They lost their nerve. Alright. Will they get it back? I would say so. They're showing up as a Knight of Cups with strength. And look, there's the Emperor in reverse on the bottom of the deck. I guess that's the same person. Not unless there's somebody I don't know about. I hope that helped in some way. Are there any blocks that Teresa needs to work on, Spirit, in order for her to have a healthy and satisfying relationship? Oh, Teresa, look. Soulmate came out for you. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. And demanding. There's just a lot. You have a lot of responsibility right now, it looks like. Manya, what's up, baby? You're so welcome. I hope so too. I hope so too. I doubt it. But it'll get easier. It'll get easier. It might help if you delete his number from your phone. And delete all the things that remind you of him. Right. Right, Kazi. It helps if you get a bird. Yeah, say it helps to have a bird. Hey, we keep each other good company, don't we? Yeah. I hope someday you're able to find somebody who's worthy of you and who treats you like the queen that you are. Who are we waiting on? Oh, Manya. Hey, baby. May I know what's good coming towards me and the rest? Come here, baby. Come here, baby. the rest of the month. Okay. So, Manya wants to know what good is coming towards her the rest of this month. Alright, I'm going to pull some tarot and let you interpret it. Alright, Spirit, show me what's coming towards Manya in the rest of this month, please. The Four of Pentacles and the Page of Cups in reverse. What good is coming towards her, Spirit, this month? The Eight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. It looks like you are walking away from something that keeps you maybe controlled. The King of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a controlling energy. It might be stable financially, but it's very controlling. What good is coming towards Manya? Oh, okay. What good is coming towards Manya, please? Oh my goodness, Manya. Wow! You can't get any better than that, baby. The Magician and Judgment. This to me is saying that you are manifesting some very good karma. That's what it's saying to me. You're dealing with a lot of air right now. A Libra and a Gemini for sure. And look, you're going to set priorities financially. Yeah. You're manifesting your money, stability. Anything you can tell us about this manifesting Judgment? Whoa. The Devil came out in reverse. With clarity and truth. Why is the Devil here in reverse? That's what you're walking away from. And you're going to be tempered. Somehow there's an excessive energy. It's overdoing it. Somebody is really... somebody's toxic. And you're manifesting them to realize this. And to walk away from it. And to be tempered. You see what I'm saying? This is crazy. I've never seen anybody manifest anything like this. But you're manifesting somebody to see the truth about their actions and to walk away from what's no longer helping their life so that they can have self-control. And look, it's going to be happening rapidly too. Dang. I mean, that's a beautiful outcome. You got this manifesting stuff down pat, girl. Wow. Woo, woo, woo. Anything that she needs to know about that could come, as a surprise. You're going to be moving forward. Ooh, your Queen of Cups. Show me what you mean by moving forward. There's something that's been very painful, very traumatic, very difficult, gruesome. This is real tough stuff. Whatever was so hard for you that caused you so much pain and so much misery, this is like, it's almost like somebody stabbed you in the back. They betrayed you. You're going to move forward. You're going to get over that and move past. And look, the Queen of Cups again. I don't know if this is the person that did this to you or if this is you and someone you love really betrayed you. You're going to move forward. You're going to get past that. Either with or without them. But somebody, it looked like, was drinking or using something in excess. And you were manifesting that person to get the karma of seeing the truth and doing something about it. Awesome. You got some good stuff coming. But what you don't see coming is this. This ending to whatever was going on here that was hurting you so deeply. That's going to end and you're going to get forward and move on. Wow. Well, let's see what he would say. Since you want to hear it from him, let's just see what he might say. What might this person say, Spirit, if he could say something? What would he say? I want out. And then, please do what's best for your heart, but in reverse. He's saying, I want out. Don't do what's best for you. There's no passion here. And Spirit, what should she say back? Don't treat me that way. I don't deserve it. And it's in reverse. And so it's kind of like you're saying, you treating me this way. I deserve it. I can't handle your love. And it's in reverse. So it's like, you're treating me this way and I deserve it. I deserved this for all this time. And I can handle your love. Bless it. Yep. Anybody else have any questions? You're welcome. We're done for the day? Okay. Let's just quickly see what spiritual gifts are operating for this week. What spiritual gifts do we need to keep our eyes open for? Oh, the Lion's Gate. 8-8 Infinity came out, y'all. I love it. Number 18. And look, the coins. Oh my goodness. Alright, those of us who are left, talk to me about our money. What's going to happen with our money, Spirit? Somebody, you remember there's a rebel? Somebody's going to plan to be a rebel. You're going to go outside of what's expected and what's the norm, and you're going to do something passionate. Alright, what's going on with our finances, Spirit? It's not going to be temporary. What is it going to be? There's a student here. Their life purpose is here. Having setbacks is here. And having a windfall is here. And being a writer. It's almost like somebody here. This isn't going to be temporary, okay? You're learning. You're a student. And you're learning what you have to do to get in your life purpose, to stop having setbacks so you can have these windfalls, so that you can just have windfalls of money. We're going to get in our life purpose, but there will be setbacks. What is causing the setbacks? Temperance. The universe is making us control ourselves. What is this teaching us? It's testing our dedication. And how will we pass? There's the judgment. Yes, we will. Because we're going to see the toxicity. And we're going to manifest. And what will we manifest? Woo, that came out with 4. Ooh, somebody's being arrogant and wasteful. How are we manifesting that? Because we're going to get past that. Whoever's been using you and taking advantage of you, maybe your money, you're going to get over that and move past that. Look, Queen of Cups again. Outcome of the windfalls. Unexpected setbacks. Your setbacks are from your windfalls. What do we need to do different? It has to do with a burden and coming up with some strategic solutions. What's the solution to these burdens? The Three of Swords came out. So somehow your heart being, it's like, why is your heart here? Because of you having some kind of haunting loss. This burden that you've been under is what's keeping you from having the abundance that you deserve. And it's because I think you've been over giving to somebody, and because you've been giving so much to somebody else, they have everything and you have nothing. See, you're being too benevolent. Is there any way we can stop this behavior? You're going to have some new excitement. What's the new excitement? You're going to see through the illusions. That this is unfair. You're going to realize that you're being treated unfairly. And you're going to stop letting this person hurt you this way. Somebody's taking advantage of your money. And you have to stop letting them. Because it's keeping you from having the abundance that you deserve. Because if you take away these setbacks, you have your life purpose in a windfall. And these setbacks are coming from a student. And it's not temporary either. It's like this person's latched onto you. And this is very unjust. It's unfair. And Spirit is like, it's time to do something different, collective. How long are you going to let this person keep taking from you your hard-earned money? Any more spiritual gifts? You're going to have wisdom. You're going to learn your lesson from whatever's happening here. Oh, and somebody's going to have a baby. Somebody's going to have a baby. Or it could be a project. How are the angels helping us? Somebody adores. And flat out freaking miracles, collective. The truth is going to come out. Somebody might be spying. I saw the spying card twice. Any more angels? Powerful miracles, y'all. Powerful miracles. And also somebody's purity. Whoever that was overindulging, I think they're going to get their act together. I want to look at one more thing and then I'm going to close. We need to see what kind of healing. What's the healing we need to do? Those of us who are left who care. Sexual arts came out. Sexual arts is not just sex. This is masculine and feminine lovemaking. It's a very special kind of lovemaking. And somebody's going to take off their mask. They're wearing a mask. Anything else? Your dreams came out. You're going to have healing in your dreams. I'm hearing go one more time. This is the powerful one right here. You're going to have help from above. You're not going to be doing... You're going to have help from above when it comes to not being able to let go. There's something or someone you have to let go of, and you're going to have help to let go. And you're going to have powerful miracles. Somebody's having a baby. And you're going to have wisdom when it comes to the infinity in your life, because you are meant to have this infinity, this excessive abundance, okay? And it's being given to someone else for some reason. And Spirit's saying that has to stop. You might not be doing it. It might be someone else that's taking it. But you have to get yourself positioned in a different way so that stops. And somehow it involves a teacher and a student. Alright, I love you guys. I'm so grateful to have you. When you visit me here, you have no idea how much it means to me. And if I get the energy later, I might come back and do one more reading tonight. I might let Spirit select something, like maybe do a sign reading. I might do a special reading, like maybe I'll do a reading for Leo, since it's Leo season. You just came in the house. Stop it. I don't know, though. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. I love you so much. Kailash, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for all of your help. Did you see Universal Energy Circles? Are you here? Yes, you can super chat, baby. What's up? I just saw your... So what's that, baby? Are you posting your question, baby? I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes for you to see if you're going to come back. It doesn't look like anybody's here. If you're watching me on the replay, make sure you like this video, if you will, please. Share it with your friends. Thank you for being here. Universal Energy Circles, I'm sorry I missed you. If you would like to have an answer to a question, then just, you can text me. My number is in the description box. If you're in the United States, you can text me. There you go. There you go, right there. Okay. Thank you, baby. That was very kind of you. Will myself and 2 other deputies be accepted into the police academy? Awesome. Alright, let's see what we get for you. Let's see if we can get a good answer here. Come on, Kazi, help me. We need some good deputies. Yes, we do. We need some good deputies. Spirit, can you tell me if my friend Universal Energy Circle will be accepted? I'm going to ask about all of you, okay? But I'm going to ask about you specifically. success within the next few weeks. Will this individual be accepted into the is it, make sure I understand what you're asking, into the academy? Okay. Will they be accepted into the police academy? Get more information and success. Will she be accepted into the police academy? If you believe, reconsider. Okay? Does reconsider mean that they will reconsider her to be in? Remain positive and let go. So for some reason, it's like you're not staying positive, and Spirit's saying you have to let go. You're ready. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to ask about all three of you. Will the three of them all be accepted into the police academy? May I see, please? The situation will improve, but unlikely. Okay. My friend being universal circles, will they be one that is accepted? No need to worry. Forgiveness came out. Okay, it's in reverse. And recovery. So we've seen this for you before. You don't have to worry. Alright. How about friend A? Whoever friend A is, will they get accepted? No big happy changes in the near future. Alright. How about friend B? Whoever they are. Big happy changes. So you, yes. You and one of these other people are going to get accepted. One of them I don't think is what I'm getting. Okay. There's something in your paperwork that has to be forgiven. I think we've talked about that before, but it looks like they are going to let you in. It looks like they are going to look over that and let you in. And it looks like one of the other two people are also going to get in. Okay? Come back and let me know what happens. I can't wait to find out. Okie dokie. Thank you for that super thanks or super chat. That was very, very generous of you. I appreciate that very much. You have no idea. That was very kind of you. Alright, you too. Okay. Alright, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. And I'll see you back here next weekend for another reading. And get ready. Get ready. We're preparing ourselves this week by doing shadow work for the new moon in Leo coming up next Saturday. Okay? So get ready for that. Alright. Namaste. Alright, I hear you. Come on.